My thoughts on the game. Jamaica versus the USA. Jamaica on home soil. They lost the away game. Didn't play too badly. But they lost the game nevertheless. And Jamaica coming into this match, 6 points, sixth in the table. The USA on top the table with 14 points, coming off of a brilliant win against Mexico. For Jamaica, coming off of a draw against El Salvador. And the fans might be wary of these draws, though. You see what I'm saying? Because these draws could have easily been converted into wins. And if you are to qualify for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, you must start winning more games, Jamaica. It's a great result, but Jamaica should have won this game. They were the better team. I think they were hard done by. It could have gone anyway. Were Jamaica robbed? Were they robbed? I know the Jamaican fans are probably feeling like, damn, we were robbed. Because in any other situation, you could have found the handball given and that Damian Lowe goal could have stood. Jamaica, stand up. You played well. You played well. Let's talk about this game. Jamaica won. The USA won. Timothy Weah in the 11th minute. Really good goal. Good link up between him and Pepe. Good goal. Good individual goal. Talk about it some more. And Mikel Antonio with a screamer. Put out a YouTube short reacting to that one. That was a nice goal. Antonio with back-to-back goals, and they were both brilliant individual goals. I think Jamaica played well on the day. I think they really did. They deserve more than a point. But let's take a look at the lineups really quick here. So for the USA, start with the USA. Aronson, Pepe, Weah. They all started the last game. Tyler Adams did as well. Yunus Musa did. But the missing guy in the middle was Weston McKennie. And maybe he is who the US missed the most, because with his energy and his drive, his link-up play, and his skill, that's how the USA were able to get the better of Mexico. But with no Weston McKennie, you saw a big difference in the way the team played. Anthony Robinson, really good against Mexico. Not his best game against Jamaica. Chris Richards came in. He was the culprit for that handball that maybe should have been given. But the fact that there's no VAR in Concacaf, you know what I mean, Jamaica would feel hard done by. Walker Zimmerman started the last game, and DeAndre Yedlin with Zach Steffen in goal. I don't know why it says Jack Steven there, but I don't know. Was his name Jack Steven and he changed it to Zach Steffen? I don't really know. But no Miles Robinson. He was red carded in the last game. And no Weston McKennie. But what surprised me here with this 11 is the fact that Greg Berhalter didn't rotate too much and he didn't tinker. And I think they're lucky to walk away with a point here. The USA's away form has been very dodgy. Very dodgy. But at home, they have been good. They have been really good. So, look, for Jamaica, they did make some changes. Mikel Antonio came in for Shamal Nicholson. Leon Bailey and Bobby Reed kept their places. Speedy Williams came in. Lamar Walker came in. And the changes from my recollection, I know, you have Anthony Grant not starting. And Mariappa not starting at the back. Leon Moore starting. Javane Brown coming in as well. So, look, I don't know all the replacements, all the replacements are for. I'm not going to get too deep into that. But the Jamaican changes proved to be, good ones. Definitely good ones. And they almost won this game, or we say they should have won this game. They really should have won this game. They really should have won the game. And I know a lot of Jamaican fans are feeling the same. Look, I predicted Jamaica to lose the game, but they went out there and they put out a very, very, very good effort on the day. Look, they conceded first. The USA scored. Tim Weah, really good individual goal. He showed a lot of strength. And I think that was very poor defending by Bobby Reid, trying to shield the ball instead of just blasting it into oblivion and preventing Tim Weah from getting back the ball. But Tim Weah, with his strength, bodied Bobby Reid and put it into the back of the net. Andre Blake without a chance there. So 1-0 to the USA. But immediately after the USA scored, Jamaica came back into game and there was a momentum shift, especially when Mikel Antonio scored that goal out of practically nothing. It was against the run of play and the momentum just shifted to Jamaica after that. And, you know, they were really, really frustrated in the USA where they couldn't really stitch together any big attacks. And after that first, let's say, 20 minutes of dominance, I think they had a poor rest of the game, in my opinion. So look, 20th minute. Well, let me not go too far. 16th minute, it was a big block from a Pepe shot. Aronson's shot was saved by Andre Blake. And there was some really good build-up play between Pepe and Weah. So, you know, got to give praises to those two players. Weah have been really, really good in the last two games. But Pepe, it's kind of worrying that after a very, very good start to his international career, he has gone a bit quiet over the last few games in terms of goal scoring. But he has been involved in the build-up play and all of that and drawing defenders and, you know, all that good stuff. So, look, there was a situation in the 20th minute where Damian Lowe should have got sent off if there was VAR. Because that was a rash tackle on Aronson. No card was shown. And, you know, look, you could look at things different ways. Damian Lowe could have got a red card. And the fact that he didn't get the red card and then his goal wasn't allowed, you could say maybe it's just the football gods balancing things out, right? But then for Jamaica, then there was actually that potential penalty for the handball as well. But then there was some really rash tackles that maybe there would have been, Jamaica would have been down to 9 men. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying the scales are balanced in the end. I still think Jamaica should have won the game. But there was some, you know, very, very suspicious officiating on the day, if you ask me. Look, that Mikel Antonio goal, 22nd minute, talked about it. And I don't think the USA expected Mikel Antonio was going to shoot from that far out. But he did, and he did everything right. Stars aligned, and he scored a brilliant, brilliant goal, man. It got me up off my feet. You know what I'm saying? It got me up off my feet, man. I was like, God damn, what a goal. And if Antonio gets more opportunities, if he's being fed more, you know, who knows what he could do for this Jamaica national team, man. So, good fight back by Jamaica. Came back in the game, and they really, really started dominating play. One thing you must note, Andre Blake, we know he has been Jamaica's savior time and time again. And he was under pressure where he was isolated and he was being pressed by the USA attacker. And he did a really nice skill to get past the play. And I was like, damn, that was nice. That was really gutsy, but that was skillful, man. So maybe if Jamaica one day needs an extra midfielder and they have a worthy keeper to be in goal, they could use Andre Blake. You know what I'm saying? The man got skills. So, look, as I mentioned, the Jamaican players really turned up the intensity after leveling. They were more aggressive, they tackled hard, and they roughed up the U.S. players. And this is what Concacaf is like. And this is what these rivalries are like. When you come up against the USA, you're not going to baby these guys. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go, you're going to tackle them hard, you're going to rough them up, you're going to just, show them that it's not going to be a walk in the park here. You see what I mean? So well done to the Jamaican players. You know what I mean? Just keep the intensity up. I'm not saying go out there and try to hurt players or whatnot. And maybe they got away with a few, poor refereeing decisions in terms of the tackles. But, you know what I mean? They're just doing what they know how to do. And this is Concacaf. You know what I mean? No babies here. So 1-1 at halftime. And, before we really get too deep into the second half and everything, the handball shout, man, that could have been given because you could see what Chris Richards was actually leaning into the ball instead of actually, tucking in his arms. You see what I'm saying? He was actually leaning. His arms was coming down, but he leaned into the ball like he was caught in two minds. And those could be given. Those really could be given. And I think if the ref had another opportunity to look at that situation, he could have turned it around and given Jamaica a penalty. But as we know, there's no video, assistant referee. And yeah, that one, slipped through the cracks there. Because you never know. Jamaica could have ended up winning this game 3-1. So, look, second half there, Kemal Lawrence had to come off. Subbed, Greg Lake came on. Lawrence dealing with some injury problems as well. So that's not a good sign, but it's a good thing that the international break in November is over. You don't have to worry about playing a third game. But hopefully for him, he'll be fit in January and ready to go out there and fight for these points for the Reggae Boys because they really need those points. So 53rd minute was some poor defending by Anthony Robinson. Didn't clear ball properly. That was put into the far post. Really good ball. And that chance that fell so nicely to Bobby Reid. Look, I know that Jamaica didn't get the penalty. They got a goal chalked off, and maybe those were wrongfully, done. Maybe those decisions were not supposed to be given against Jamaica. But when you have an opportunity like that, Bobby Reid, you got to score. You see what I'm saying? That was a Raheem Sterling moment. Man City versus Olympic Lyon in the, what was that, the quarterfinal of the Champions League? Like, come on, man. Come on, Bobby Reid. You got to do better than that. I think Bobby Reid had a poor game, and he needs to step it up. He has not been very good for Jamaica, I got to say. I'm going to actually call for Bobby Reid to get dropped. Bobby Reid should be dropped. Really should be get dropped. Should be dropped because you got to score those. You really got to score those. So Damian Lowe has been dealing with some injury problems, but, he walked it off, shrugged it off. Substitutions were made in the game by both managers to affect the game. You just check the lineup really quick. You could see these substitutions that were made. A triple sub there by Tapper Whitmore. Junior Fleming's on. Bobby Reid off. Ravel Morrison on. Lamar Walker off. Grant on. And Javon Watson off. I think Watson was on a yellow card, so that was some precautionary to take him off there as well. So Tapper Whitmore did what he had to do. So even though he hasn't been that great in 2021, you have to give credit when credit's due, man. The man pulled it back in the last 5 to 6 games. That's 6 games. The last 6 games, he really pulled it back. And just to give testament to that, look at Jamaica's last results here. 1-1 against the USA, 1-1 against El Salvador. Both games they could have won. The 2-0 win against Honduras. You go to the 0-0 against Canada. So that is 4 games on the trot that Jamaica have not lost. You see what I mean? I know it only yielded 6 points, but that's 6 points, man. You see what I mean? The loss against USA, the 2-0 loss, but that 1-1 draw against Costa Rica. So the only game that Jamaica really performed poorly in so far was that game against Panama. And to a lesser extent, the game against USA. So out of 8 games, they have performed well in 6 of those games. Even though they lost 3, they didn't perform too badly against Mexico, where they should have actually picked up a point there. They should have beaten Costa Rica. And the game against Canada was a deserved draw. They should have beaten El Salvador as well. And they should have beaten the USA today. So give Tapper Whitmore the credit when he deserves it, man. You see what I mean? Look, Greg Berhalter made substitutions as well with Christian Pulisic coming on, Kellen Acosta coming on, but both wasn't able to really affect the game. It was Jamaica that more dangerous of the two teams, and that Damian Lowe goal, that goal should have stood, because if you look at the initial play when Damian Lowe jumped up ahead of Walker Zimmerman, it was when he headed the ball, the contact was basically made. There's a gray area there where that play could be interpreted either way. But some referees would have allowed that goal, while others, like the one on the day, disallowed it. So I think Jamaica was pretty hard done by, and that would have been a big 3 points drop by the USA, but they do manage to pick up 1 point. That's a lucky point there for the USA. They should be counting their lucky stars, man. Seriously, because I think Jamaica really, really deserved the win here. Look, they didn't get a lot of the ball, not a lot of chances. Same for the USA, only 2 shots on target. So not like they went there and, they played Jamaica off the park or anything. It was nothing like that. It was just Jamaica being resolute when they had to, and refereeing decision going against them, in my opinion. But that's just part of the game. You got to brush it off and move on. But that would have been a huge 3 points for Jamaica, because you check the table right now, right? Jamaica a 5th. Jamaica move up to 5th. That is massive with this point. But how much more important would 2 points would have proven to be? They would have gone up to 9. And only 2 points behind Panama. Let's say Panama lose to, or draw. Let's just say they draw, because El Salvador will catch up to Jamaica, right? And Jamaica, you don't want that. So let's say El Salvador draw against Panama. Panama would have only been 3 points ahead of Jamaica. And that's catchable in the playoff spot. So all Jamaica needs to do is keep picking up these points, and they would stay alive. So with 6 games left, it's not all doom and gloom. 18 points to get, maximum of 23. That could put you into Qatar. Jamaica, you have to start picking up the 3 points right now. Players need to take accountability for their actions and stop blaming the manager. You see what I'm saying? And the fans need to realize that. Stop blaming the manager. The manager's doing what he's supposed to do. I know he's not a Pep Guardiola, but he's done well, man. He's done well over the last 6 games, man. Let's just give him that. 7 points picked up over the last 6 games. That's massive. That is massive. Poor start, but really good fight back by Tapper Whitmore and the Reggae boys. Greg Berhalter and the USA, they're top of the table still temporarily. Canada could pass them. Mexico could pass them. But I have to say they're lucky to get this point. Really, really lucky. You see what I mean? So I don't want to keep going on and on and on. It's just that the USA is a very inconsistent team. At home, they look good. So-so at times. But on the road, they've been dropping points. You see what I mean? Drop points to Jamaica there. Beat Mexico. Like, come on. Like, it is weird, Ripped up Costa Rica from behind. Lost to Panama. So you see, they haven't been traveling well, especially when they go down south. Maybe the whole Trinidad thing is in their heads. They almost messed up against Honduras, but came back. They came back well there. And the 0-0 against El Salvador. Who could forget that? So the USA needs to improve in that aspect. For Jamaica, they just need to keep doing what they're doing and try to be more clinical and try to manage the games better when they're in the lead. So look, man, for the USA, the next game coming up, and that'll be coming up in January. El Salvador at home, Canada away, and then Honduras at home for the late January, early February international break there. So for Jamaica, for them, the next game is against Mexico at home. They want to get something, at least a point at home from Mexico, or even beat them. They got to get their revenge against Panama. And at home against Costa Rica, there is where you got to pick up 3 points. And against El Salvador, you pick up 3 points. And then things could start looking rosy for Jamaica. Again, they pick up 9 points in these games against Honduras, El Salvador, and Costa Rica. Listen, Jamaica, you could dream. You could dream. I didn't go for you to qualify, not even make the playoffs, but your destiny is definitely in your own hands. And the same goes for the USA. I do think they'll qualify. They need about 7 more points, and I think they'll get them. You see what I'm saying? But I don't mean to draw this out longer. I just chose to do this before the other games started. They have a boring game between Argentina and Brazil going on down here. You know what I'm saying? Let's not pay that no mind. You see what I'm saying? But look, Jamaica, you ought to be proud of yourselves. And there's still hope. The USA, they got to return to the World Cup. And maybe that's the agenda. Maybe that's just the agenda. The referees are being kind of, you know what I mean, fishy there. But maybe that's the agenda. And I do live in the USA. I'm being totally unbiased there. So guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, this is my review of the Jamaica-USA game. If I miss any major talking points, just let me know in the chat. I'm not perfect. You see what I'm saying? I'm just doing my best. I've had a long day. I've been up since 4:30 this morning and I've been on 1 hour sleep. I've been busting my ass covering this World Cup qualifiers. So like up the video, subscribe if you're new. All the best to Jamaica and the USA. And may the best teams qualify for Qatar 2022. So, guys, thanks for watching this one. From your boy Dom. Until next time. Peace out. Rich Squad. Peace. Oh, Leon Bailey need to step his game up, man. Step it up, Leon Bailey. Step it up. You ain't doing nothing, man. Step it up, man. Almost forgot. Step up your game, Bailey.